Dave made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 226. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's up, SLAC fam?
What's good? SLAC family out there. Glad to be back. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday this weekend. And tonight will be a little bit more of a SLAC Express. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but just going to kind of hit some of the highlights from the weekend. And of course, just have a chance to check in with our SLAC family and say hello. And of course, carry on our tradition of every single Tuesday bringing y'all the sports news. So with that being said, we welcome you to jump in the comments, be a part of the show. Let us know how you're feeling out there. We got Anthony Weston already. What's up from Kansas City? And saw that you were at the game this weekend, man. We'll definitely have to find out. Your boys are one of the topics that we need to discuss today. But definitely welcome to the show. Thank you for being here with us. And I think we do have to add one more member to our panel. We got our boy Mad Marcus beaming in too. What's good, fam?
What up?
What's up? From location again, man. I promise next week I'm gonna be somewhere still, man.
Yes, no, absolutely. It's all good. We just love having you with us and being able to share your perspective for sure. So that's what's up. We got Grace in the building as well. She's sending love. Thank you, babe.
Right back at you, Grace.
Absolutely. So we appreciate you. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. Like I said, just hit a couple of the major things from our main topics and keep it moving here. But we appreciate y'all, and let's get it popping real quick. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL talk.
Let's get it.
All right, NFL talk. We definitely have to discuss basically what's been the matchup possibly of the year so far, or was billed as the matchup of the year. And the Ravens coming out big against the 49ers last night on Christmas night or Christmas Day. The tale of two quarterbacks for sure. Lamar doing his thing, but Brock Purdy, a performance that we have not seen the likes from him before. But Strizzy, I know you're watching the 49ers really close. Let me know your thoughts on this game last night.
Hey, man, it was rough. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I love my Ravens too. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Ravens is like my second squad. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't a Panthers fan, man, it would definitely be them. If I ever give up on my Panthers, it'll be a full-time Raven fan. You know what I'm saying? But
they're like your AFC squad.
Yeah, definitely my AFC squad, man. So, I love Lamar, man. Like I've been kind of like hurting for him these last couple of years because I feel like they really haven't been giving him the weapons that they really need for the team in general to really succeed, right? And they started off a little slow. You know what I mean? It seemed like Lamar was kind of filling out the Niner defense as well. You know what I mean? Because that's 1 and 2. You know what I mean? They have the number 1 defense now. Niners are sitting at 2. And the defense, man, they just really gave it to Brock, man. They hit a lot of things and popped out of nowhere. He had 3 interceptions before the first half was even over. McCaffrey did his thing still. So I feel like, as far as we talked about this last Tuesday, I think, as far as who we think, the MVP should be, man. And right now it's definitely going to be, it's so tight right now. A loss hurts you, right? A couple weeks ago, it was literally Brock and Dak, and Dak lost. And then it was, Brock and CMC, and now Brock, they lost, but CMC had a great game still. So now Lamar is looking like the number 1 and CMC looking at number 2. But yeah, man, they really gave it to him. The Ravens' reign over the NFC is very dominant. I think they've lost 1 game to an NFC team in Lamar's entire career so far, something like that. They beat the brakes off them. They beat the brakes off the Niners. You know what I'm saying? They kind of give the Niners a taste of their own medicine a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of paints that picture of just nobody's really safe. A-Dub mentioned it a lot at the beginning of the season, where it was no one real team, right, is looks like the clear favorite for that path to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, even the Ravens lost a couple of games that they definitely should have won. Lost to the Colts early on, which is kind of a fluke game, but they still, they lost to some teams they definitely should have beaten. But yeah, man, I'm curious. I'm real curious now. It looks like the Ravens are the strongest team right now in the league, but it's just who knows, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like any of these teams could go down on any given night.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to make for a very interesting playoffs. The fact that, there is like that, not that really dominant team. There's nobody that's like totally dominant. But right now, the Ravens did look like that squad.
Yeah.
Marcus, what did you think, though? Were you surprised by the 49ers loss? Or?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I knew it was going to get that win. I think it was going to be kind of close at the beginning, but I think the second half they was going to pull away from them like they normally do. But I was shocked. I think if Lamar wins out, he's the MVP. You got to give it to him, So I thought Dak was right there. I think he win these two games, these Buffalo and Dolphins. I think he would have got it, but I think he's definitely out of it now. So I think Lamar gets it, and he deserves it. They surprised because at first it was like, oh no, man, they losing these two games, but they pulled it around, man. So they definitely surprised me this game, though.
Yeah, I didn't mind seeing that, though, especially considering how they did the Cowboys on that same field and how they're like, it might be worse next time and all that. It's like, hey, they were humbled with that 3-game losing streak, but also this is pretty humbling, especially on Christmas and everybody's watching type of thing. So, I didn't really mind seeing that. I know there's a lot of 49er fans in the family, but, I'm just saying that was kind of cool.
Especially from like, a bigger team, right? It's like that 3-game losing streak. You look at all three of those teams, you're like, man, those teams shouldn't have beat them. You know what I'm saying? But like getting your butt pounded like this, by another Super Bowl contender, it really makes you think like, damn, maybe we're also not as good as we thought we were. You know what I'm saying? So man, Ravens, they took it to him, man. Like once that first turnover came, like it was just kind of a wrap after that. Like they just really took it to him, and more interceptions came, and they just kept scoring. So. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm Marcus. I was talking to my boy David. He's been on the show before. The Ravens are his squad, and he was talking about like he was so confident. He was like, "We're gonna beat the Niners." He was like, "No," he's like, "Not just because they're my team. Like we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them pretty bad." Watch. And he was right, man. They really beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that moves forward, or if we possibly do see a rematch. Anthony West said he's leaning towards Josh Allen for MVP, but I don't know about that. I think they definitely have to win out, and they need some big performances. But I feel like that ship has maybe sailed for him. It's too late. The record.
I think Pat Mahomes got a better shot than he did.
And we'll talk about them in a second. But first, Marcus, I got to get your opinion on the boys. That Dolphins game. Dolphins win with the field goal basically, at the end of regulation. But Pops and I were watching, of course. I had a feeling, we were like, okay, we scored to take the lead. We did what we had to do, but it felt like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we left a little bit too much time. And just the way they started off the game too, like those turnovers, getting right down to the goal line. But Marcus, I wanted to feel your thoughts and kind of your outlook after this game.
Yeah, normally, like I think the Cowboys, like I think we started last year, those kind of games we don't fight. I think we fought for this game, even though we lost. I wasn't too worried about it, but I can tell the way we start games and how we finish games. We know we're in the playoffs, so that's how their mindset. We're in the playoffs already, so they're not even there. That hunger we had to play the Eagles, like you know what I'm saying. We were like, okay, we gotta beat the team. That's gone out the window now. But I think how we're gonna be, I rather lose now than in the playoffs. I think we're gonna get that focus back again. Like we gotta win this game, we can't lose because we gotta play hard. But now we already in, so they don't have that they fight no more. You know what I'm saying? They just casually playing. Like it's close. We win, we don't like it's like that. So I think we have to beat Detroit though. I think we beat Detroit to get us kind of going, and we'll be okay after that. So I think we'll be fine. I just think we don't have that hunger right now. I think we wait for the playoffs to go. So that's how it feels.
I kind of feel you on that as far as like we knew we weren't gonna get the 1 seed. We knew we probably were gonna not get the division, right? With who had the Eagles have to play. So it's like, it's not quite that hunger same there. And playing it on the road though, we got to figure that out. We don't have too many more chances to win those confidence games. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you're right. We beat the Lions though. We can get our confidence back a little bit, beat a good team, beat a playoff team. and then it's looking like we'll be on the road at whoever wins the NFC South, which is probably Tampa Bay. Like that's cool. We did that before. So
Yeah.
I feel okay about that, but I do think that there's just a few different things that I'm like, okay, I want to see a little bit more from, especially the running game. I like that we were getting the fullback involved, and then he fumbled on the goal line. I'm like, dang. So,
right.
but I do feel like this is one of those games where the loss wasn't, quite.
Yeah.
It
Do
didn't
it
feel so
now.
bad. Yeah.
Do it now, not later. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. So the last one we wanted to talk about. Oh, and want to welcome moms to the show really quickly.
Hey,
Thank you
Mom.
for joining in. Appreciate you. And just really quick, one more game. We definitely had to talk about the Chiefs. We know Anthony Weston was there, but is it definitely like officially trouble time for the Chiefs? And Marcus, I want to let you go first on this one because we always say, you never want to doubt Pat Mahomes, but how are you feeling about the Chiefs after yesterday's game?
I think there was a surprising loss for them too. But I think this is gonna be the first time they said they're gonna start the playoffs on the road. They never started. They thought it was at home. So I want to see how they do. I still believe in them. I still don't call them out after they won like Tyreek Hill. So I never call them out again. But I just want to see how they're gonna play on the road. They can do it. There's no chance for them to read Pat Holmes. Then they'll be okay. But I just want to see how they will be in the playoffs on the road. We'll see how it goes. But I was surprised. I think the Raiders. I love this. I love the interview after the game with Pierce, man. Like he was emotional. You know how much it meant to him because they weren't supposed to win a game in Arrowhead. How hard it was to get there, and they won convincingly too. So I like Pierce. I think that game he's gonna get the head coach job for the Raiders now too after that game. Even though they don't go to playoffs, I think he'll be the head coach next year. So that was kind of cool, but very surprised though.
Yeah, it's Trizzy.
Yeah, man. Me and Ant were talking about the game kind of separately. I think on Sunday or Monday, whenever they played, and like I'm a little worried. You know what I mean? Like I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about him, and then primarily because I don't know if y'all remember. I think it was like week 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been like week 3, and I was talking about the offense and just how like the receivers just still are young, and the ones that aren't young still don't look good. They don't look like vets. And I said like. A lot of teams are going to look at these games and think to themselves, like, cool, let's just double team Travis Kelce, the only weapon that Mahomes has, and we'll just go single coverage on everybody else. And it's literally worked. You know what I mean? Even the games that they won, a lot of them, not all of them, but the majority of them have been kind of like, just the offense doesn't look like the offense we're used to seeing, right?
Like, or their defense is playing so much better that they're holding teams down.
Exactly. The defense is also playing so well that it allows the offense more opportunities to put points on the board, right? Whereas, like, if the defense was this strong, say 3 years ago, they'd be averaging damn near 40, 50 points a game because the offense was so good. You know what I mean? So I think that I don't think they're worried, but I think as far as, they still, to me, have the best coach in the league, and they still have the best quarterback in the league. And that's what's kind of helping keep them kind of stay afloat a little bit. But, I mean, as far as the offense goes and going, they've got a tough road. You know what I mean? Like, the AFC is no slouch. I know a lot of these teams are missing their starting quarterbacks, but if they got to go through a Bills team that's playing really well right now, the Ravens are looking really, really good right now, and a lot of the AFC teams have great. Even the Bengals, like the Bengals defense, is actually playing really, really well right now. You know what I mean? And I know they lost this last weekend, but they'll probably right that ship. You know what I mean? Joe Flacco, of all people, is playing lights out right now. Like, it's just so surprising to me, dog. Like he's not just like playing like he's playing probably better than he ever did for the Ravens. You know what I mean? Like, even during
he ain't playing that good, man.
You gotta go back and look, man. Joe Flacco's best run was their Super Bowl playoff run. Like, other than that, he was very mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you got paid though.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, like the AFC as a whole is a little bit more brutal than, say, the NFC, where they have their top teams, right? Then everybody else is like at the bottom. Yeah. So, like, I think like the offense is a little. It's just kind of scary. It's just weird to see, right? It's just weird to really, really see. I'll go out on a limb and say, as much as I love Travis Kelce, if I could go back in time, I'd put that money in Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? I really would, because this man has shown, even on a Dolphins team, you can double and triple team him. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you can double and triple team Tyreek Hill all you want to. This man is still leaving you on the dust, whereas Travis Kelce is really, really struggling to kind of get open. You know what I mean? So they got some things they need to fix. The rookie Rice has been playing really well, but he's still a rookie. You know what I mean? There's only so much that he can really do to kind of like, help Patrick out. But maybe they figure it out. But I think this is going to be one of their if they get out early in the playoffs or don't make it to at least the AFC Championship, there'll be a lot of like, all right, what are we doing for next year? Like we got to get back to what Chiefs football has been the last 4 or 5 years. So
yeah. No, most definitely. And I do like Ant has a couple points in here. He says, I'm only giving us grace because Pat's track record in the playoffs, our home record is 3-4 this year, so maybe we need to be on the road. So, I mean, I like that.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
Defense gave up 6 points. Raiders offense did nothing. He does say defense travels and talked about, the different receivers that the defense is shut down. So that is the thing, is that it is totally different this year from that perspective.
Yeah.
But I think hopefully the Chiefs learn their lesson, regardless of how this year turns out. They learn their lesson about, having more weapons and getting them and not always just rolling with the guys, that they kind of collect along the way, and actually going and getting somebody and getting another playmaker.
I get it. Mahomes has been that good. You know what I'm saying? So like I understand the mindset. I'm like he's been so good. You just kind of think to yourself like, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be all right. We got Pat. Like we'll be fine. But I think these last couple of games, even the games they won, it's been like you don't really have that guy that's really No,
he's really tripping.
To me, Tyreek Hill is missed. They'll never say it. Never say it. But Tyreek Hill is definitely missed.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man, Anthony, put that eggnog down, man. You put eggnog fight.
For real.
Put that eggnog down.
Exactly.
Their comfort. You know what I'm saying? Put it down.
That's too funny. But all right, let's go ahead and wrap up NFL. We just wanted to take a quick look at the NFL playoff picture for now. We got the division leaders over here, which I do think that's how the divisions will shake out. 49ers, Eagles, Lions, and Bucks. And then you got the wild card race and the Rams. The Rams are actually looking pretty good. They might go into the playoffs hot. That'll be an interesting one. But, the Cowboys already did clinch their playoff spot, Marcus, like you alluded to. So they're most likely going to be that number one or the first wild card, I should say. So, playing the worst division winner. So, so we'll see what's up with that. And Anthony agrees Rams are going to be a tough out. That should be interesting though. The Seahawks too, they can sneak up. Every once in a while the Seahawks, play a big game. So
they have to be at home though. I don't trust them on the road to win. If they're at home, I give it to them.
I was just about to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth, man. I was going to say if they're at home, it's one thing, but away,
that's true. Even their playoff
ball well too.
Oh yeah, they really are. Like having Williams back for the Rams has been a big difference maker. Because now they got that compliment. What the receivers can do. So that'll be cool. Anthony West says Jared Goff versus Stafford if it stays that way.
I'd love to see that.
I'd love to see that. That would be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty cool one. That would be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean Jared Goff did go to a Super Bowl, so But.
Yeah, but still, I would love to see that get his revenge back.
Exactly.
Get his leg.
Oh man. AFC playoffs. We talked about Baltimore. They have clinched their playoff spot, but they're looking like they're probably going to be the number 1 seed. The Dolphins still have a chance at that too. And then the wild cards over there, though, the Browns, the Bills, really right back in the thick of it, and then the Colts, which is kind of interesting. But I'm hoping Houston can put it together.
They're gonna win the division. Watch. They're gonna win the division. Watch.
You think so? The Colts?
They're gonna win out. I think they're gonna be okay. Watch.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can see that too. The Jacksonville has that spot and had that early lead, but now they seem to be falling back to me.
Yeah, they're falling apart.
Yeah,
I would love. I know Houston gets. I think they get our boy back this week from concussion protocol. I would love to see them kind of sneak in and take it. That'd be so dope.
That would be tight. Anthony Weston said this. I didn't realize this, but it makes sense. They could still lose the division to the Raiders if they win out. The Raiders are 7-8. The Chiefs are 9-6. So they could. I guess that they would basically tie, and if they tie, they have the tiebreaker with that win over them.
Damn, that's crazy to even think about. That's crazy to even think about.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's definitely wild. But goes to show, this year has been so even and so kind of flat. It's like there's only a couple of teams that have actually been eliminated completely, or at least at least until last week. This last couple of games eliminated a few more people, but still, that's pretty crazy though. Yeah, I think anything can happen this year in the playoffs for sure. So, last slide, we got to remind everybody. Of course, we do our secure the bag, so we'll be doing our picks again this Thursday. And Sharon won again, 11-5, actually tied with Strizzy, but she got the tiebreaker. I guess the tiebreaker was closer, so she won on that, man. But so congrats to Sharon. That's her second week. So that's her second Super Bowl square, and we're gonna keep the competition rolling through the rest of the year. Only 2 weeks left, and then we'll go through the playoffs as well. So those Super Bowl squares are for sale as well. So holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to fill up that board.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna move on to a quick NBA topic. And Strizzy, I know you wanted to bring this one up, so I will just let you kind of take this one away.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like Phoenix Suns have been really struggling lately, and I've been watching all of their games, and a lot of people have been talking about is Bradley Beal the fix? Can Bradley Beal really fix all the problems they're having? And for me, I'm like, the answer is no. You know what I mean? Like Bradley Beal's not going to be the one. You know what I mean? Like you already have KD and Book on the team, like leading the way. Like Bradley Beal should just kind of be kind of a cherry on top, right? Like they shouldn't be struggling this bad. They're they're in the bottom of the West right now. And a part of me is like, I'm wondering what's kind of going on with KD. I've been watching him play, and just defensively, he's literally playing no defense at all. He's kind of just like hanging back, turning the ball over at grip. And it's just like, it's body language, right? Like the body language of KD right now just looks like he really don't want to be there. And for me, it's kind of like, what changed? You know what I'm saying? Like you wanted to be here. You talk about how much you love playing with D-Book and all these things. And like, what's gonna get your mindset, his head right? And I'm trying to think, like, is it already too late? Like, I know it's early, but the West is so loaded. Like, can you guys fix it and get back into those things? But a lot of people have been kind of coming down on KD a bit because of just, like I said, it's body language, man. Like he just looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore for whatever reason. So I'm just curious about it.
Man, y'all know what they doing. He ain't trying to leave Phoenix. They about to fire Frank Vogel. You gotta lose games to the coach get fired. You don't get him fired. You get a coach in there who's decent. They gonna win games. They too good to be losing these games. They ain't fooling nobody, man. I'm telling you, they doing this on purpose. They gonna get Frank Vogel fired because they don't want to lose the coach. And they'll get another coach in there. They'll be fine. I'm telling you, he ain't going nowhere. Where he's gonna go? That's what's gonna happen. So I think February they're gonna fire him, get somebody else in there, and they're gonna start winning games again. Watch. I'm not going for this, man.
That's too funny. I kind of maybe that I didn't think about the fire coach Vogel or Angle.
Frank Vogel is not a good coach for them, man. They don't want him as a coach. They don't want to play defense. They want to play and score points.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's real. They definitely want to score points.
Yeah. No, that's too funny because even before the season, right? We're like, man, this looks really good. Of course, injuries is a concern, but other than that, like if they're all healthy, what could go wrong? And then we're like, but the coach is, the weak link for sure. So,
man, I swore Bud was gonna get this job when they hired Vogel. It was just so weird.
He's out there too. He gonna come in here and take the job like what Quinn Snyder did. Remember he came in the beginning half of the year.
Go over the Hawks.
Yeah, watch. Anything gonna happen? Watch.
Yep.
Dang, that would be interesting, but that's too funny. But yeah, I hope they work it out. I am a little bit surprised, but I guess I still, how Strizzy were saying, like, is it too early or is it getting too late to fix it? I'm like, as long as they make it into the playoffs, like they can still make it to the playoffs this early. And then if the timing is right, like,
just the 10th seed, really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, exactly. Even with the play-in, like you can still make it happen. So
yeah.
I think that they'll be all right. Uncle's asking how Suns ticket prices are. They're really expensive. They're like crazy expensive. But I was gonna see maybe we'll pull up just like a random game. But Anthony West says they should have kept Monty. But after losing 2 series like that, I just feel like it was over with.
Man, it's crazy. I was laughing yesterday. The Suns caught up to the Mavericks, and I think they were up by 1 point or 2 going into the fourth quarter. And I still put money on the Mavericks while the money was hot because I was like, they gonna come back, bro. Like Luka is that man's daddy, bro. Like that, I don't know what it is, man. That dude just kills them every time they play, dog. 50-point triple, no, almost triple double last night. He had like 14 assists and 50 points. Like,
Yeah.
he just like his confidence against the Suns is crazy. They need to avoid the Mavericks at all costs. Like, I don't even care. Like, he just
Well, and
man.
the worst part about it too is that the Suns could have drafted him.
Oh, I know. I know.
Like they had their chance to have him on squad, like, and especially him and Booker, like how different things would be, you know?
Yeah, man.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's an interesting one for sure. Anthony Weston says KD should have just stayed with Golden State. I wonder how things would have been different, but it's funny.
Stay out of what Draymond did. You gotta leave. You can't stay there.
It's funny though, because it's like still, you know, Golden State keeps choosing Draymond, like even after all this time, like even after re-signing him again, it's like, I don't know, man. He's got something in the files, you know what I'm saying? He's got something in the backlog, some kind of blackmail or something.
For real.
They just be so loyal to him for no reason. But no, I like that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the things with the Suns play out, but it is hard, you know, until the All-Star break to see what's really going to happen. You know, we'll see after the trade deadline and that, like once these teams are kind of down that playoff stretch. So
yeah.
But that's what's up for NBA talk. The next thing we want to really just touch on, just kind of announce is really cool, is that the Dodgers did sign another Japanese pitcher, and this dude has dominated in his respective leagues so far, and will be coming over to the Dodgers on a 12-year, $325 million deal. So he got the big super cash out, like $27 million a year, which is for just a sole pitcher, like only pitching. I think that is now the highest contract over Garrett Cole's contract with the Yankees. So, you know, of course, Ohtani plays a part in this. You know, I think this dude went to, you know, had played for the same team as Ohtani did before he came over. So they've been teammates before. I feel like that kind of paved the way and helped him feel more comfortable. But, man, that's crazy, man. The Dodgers are just going all in. Anthony Weston says they got a Federal Reserve account.
Yeah, but it's funny. I think this played a really, really big role, kind of like in Ohtani's decision to kind of like move his money to the back end of his contract, right? Because obviously he's not pitching next year. He's only batting, right? Yeah. So you get in here, you get this, you know, another ace to be able to pitch, kind of in his stead, and then 2 years from now when Ohtani comes back, like, oh man, like they're so set, dog, like they're set. Yeah. And I think it was huge. I think that, you know, the Dodgers were the front runner, and I think the Nets somehow were going to try to go after him too, as well as the Yankees. But I knew, I was like, he gonna be a Dodger. Like them signing Ohtani, him putting that money to the side, I was like, he gonna be a Dodger for sure. I knew it.
Yeah,
sure, man. Like this might be one. You know, sometimes when like teams put all their eggs in a basket and don't work out, like I can't see this not working out. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of firepower on one team when it comes to MLB.
Yeah, no, they've definitely stacked the deck in their favor. They got to get a World Series again soon. It would be kind of like if Roberts doesn't get it this year, or at least within the next 2 years, like he's got to go because that's only the next thing you can do.
Exactly. Pops always talks about management it plays a huge role in it, and it is. If he can't get it done, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be out quick.
And Anthony Weston mentioned their games are broadcast in Japan. That is true too. They have a deal for that too. So I think that does help. He wanted to come to the Dodgers because they already kind of have that notoriety. So I think
more money.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap it up though. I think we kind of touched on a little bit of everything. You know, lots of bowl games coming up over the next couple of weeks. So we'll see the playoffs and things like that. So we'll have lots to talk about. Of course, the NFL playoff picture is taking shape. So that's what's up. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, though. But I do want to talk about, you know, I don't know, like even how to say or what to say. But, you know, our SLAC family here, you know what I'm saying? We take care of each other. We support each other. And I feel the love and support from my brothers already and some of the family out there. But I do want to let y'all know, you know, my grandmother passed away on Christmas Eve after kind of falling ill. So, you know, we always talk about this. We always talk about, you know, love each other. You know what I'm saying? It's never a bad time to tell somebody you love, you know, you love them and how you feel about them. And just be real and just appreciate the time that we have together. So it's helping me, you know, stay strong. The fact that my grandma knows how I feel about her, you know what I'm saying? Always, forever. And if you know me, you know how much she means to me. If you ever knew her, you knew what a kind, sweet person she was. So, you know what I'm saying? Just another one of those reminders. And we're getting through. You know, we're doing okay. I'm going through definitely a range of emotions, but I still wanted to do this because sports is kind of our escape. And like I said, I feel support. I love looking forward to speaking with my SLAC family every week. So I want to thank y'all and let y'all know what's going on with me, and just know, you know, how much I care about y'all too. So
we love you, man.
Yeah, for real, man. We love you, man, and moms and pops, Grace, you know, saying Kelly,
For all y'all,
the boys, you know what I mean? Our condolences go out to everybody, man. And it is crazy. I feel like literally just a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I literally said the same thing, you know, just tell, you know, our time on this earth is a promise, man. And, you know, I met your grandma on multiple occasions and just literally the sweetest lady ever. And, you know, we can think back and, you know, the many times she was there, just such an amazing woman, you know what I mean? And, you know, my love goes out to you guys and the rest of the family. And he said, man, just tell your loved ones you love them, man. You never know when the last time can be the last time. So
absolutely.
After every show, we tell each other that we love each other and, you know, and enjoy your night. And, you know, we say it for a reason. So well, that brother, that friend, that family member that you might be, you know, feuding with or whatever, it's like that shit is it don't matter. You know what I mean? It don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? And get out and you know, make up with the ones that you love. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not worth it.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
but we praying for you guys and moms, Kelly, pops, you know, like, and the boys. I remember it made me think about at the wedding when we had a surprise and she was like so confused, like, what's going on here? What are we doing? I gotta walk way over here.
Yeah.
She was so surprised, and when you told her, she was so grateful, and she said something on the video to you personal, how she was so proud of you and stuff like that. So that's what I think about when I think about her right now. So so cool about it. So we're gonna miss her, and we know she's in a better place, and we'll see her again. You know, so
absolutely.
Like I always say, it's not goodbye, but see you later.
Yeah.
So we'll see her again, man. So
no, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all for sure. And you know, we can smile today too because it is a celebration as well of everything we had. So I'm grateful for that. So for sure.
That's real.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and sign it off like that. Sorry to end on a bad note, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, and like I said, exactly, it is. And you know, I appreciate y'all. And we'll be back Thursday to make some more NFL picks. I'm gonna try to do better. I still got a week to win one of these weeks. You know what I'm saying? So running out of time. So we're gonna make it happen. But until then, that was SLAC 226, and it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
Your boy Marcus. Happy New Year to y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, yes. We'll see y'all next year. Peace.
All right, next year.